Hello everybody, Sam and Chad here back with another Game Maker Studio tutorial. Today we're going to be working with some basic movement, just to kind of work with Game Maker for a little bit and then really get a feel for it, and then we're going to jump into making a video game. So if you haven't already, make a new project. I'm just going to call this Basic Movement Tutorial. And just hit create, let that load for a second. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're just going to make a character that you can move with the arrow keys. Just like up, down, left, and right, all just along the screen. So first thing that we want to do is make a new sprite for the player. So you can either right click here and press create sprite, or click this nifty little button up here. I'm just going to call this SPR player. Make sure you have this naming thing. SPR is for sprite. Edit sprite. I'm going to make a new image in the sprite. So I like this size. I mean, there's no real reason to change it. So I'm going to hit the fill tool. You guys can play around with this image editor more on your own. It's pretty simple. But I'm just going to make him green. Checkbox. And check that to make sure that it saves. And here we go. Final save. Press OK. Alright, now that we have the sprite set up, so we got to make an object for the player. Once again, you can either right click on objects and press create object, or press this little button up here. Alright, now we have this. I'm going to name this obj underscore player. Whoops. And so now we know, okay, this is the player sprite, and then this is the player object. Quickly, in here we're going to set the sprite to the player sprite, and now we're going to start working on the event. So if you recall from the last episode, the events are the events that trigger an action. That's why they're called events, which is, I guess, pretty obvious when you put it that way. So let's add an event. So when you're holding the left button, you want to, let's make you move left. So in the keyboard event, so while you're pressing the left arrow key, we're going to take this move fixed action and drag it in there. This will set, it will say, okay, this is the direction that you're going in, and this is the speed at which you'll be going. So let's just choose left because this is a left arrow key. And I'm going to set the speed to 5 and just press OK. Now let's add another event for the right arrow key. Drag this in, set the direction to right. I'm going to set the speed to 5 again. Another, you guys can pause the video if you want to try to figure out the rest of them. It's not too difficult. While you're pressing the up arrow key, you want to take this move fixed. It just means move in a fixed direction and speed. And now you want the direction to be up and 5. And this is 5 pixels per step, which I talked about in the last episode. And then we're going to do a final keyboard for when you're pressing the down arrow key. Take this move fixed and down. Same thing, speed is 5. And now if you press OK, we can make a room. Once again, the room is the level, so you can press create the room up there, or right click, press create room. We can go into the objects tab and just put our player in there. Now if we press play, we should have some good movement going. And there you have it. That concludes this episode of Game Maker Studio Tutorials. Remember, if you have any questions or problems, leave them in the comments section below. We'd love to help out. In the next episode, we're going to work with the collision event and the create action. As always, thanks for watching.